Oh, again. Man, you guys, I am so tired today. Or should I say this morning? And I took a nap and everything. First, I didn't go to bed till about 7 or 8 this morning. Because I've been off and on all day, but and I got a toothache too. I have a tooth that broke off, so anyway. I was gonna do a video on witch abilities. Now I've had several people on my Facebook and all that message me asking me, how do I know what my witch ability is? Well, um, you'll know. Um, there are so many things to do in witchcraft. I mean, the spells, the crafting. Just I don't even know where to begin. Actually, there is just so much. As I've talked about before, some people call themselves kitchen witches. Some people call themselves hedge witches. Whatever kind of witch you want to stereotype yourself as. Hey, Lady Blind Wolf, you don't necessarily have to have a type of witch that you are. I've said this over and over. Now, not saying that you're not going to have your specialties, things that you're better at than others, but you don't have to put yourself in a certain category. All witches use herbs, so you wouldn't necessarily call yourself an herb witch unless that was what you did all the time. You specialized in it, and which is fine. And like I said before, it's kind of like doctors. You have MDs. Every doctor is an MD, just like every witch is a witch. But you also have your specialists, your cardiologist, your anesthesiologist, your pediatricians, your the ones that specialize in certain things. um, Ears, nose, and throat doctors. But they all have the knowledge of all the other stuff. They just choose to focus on this one area, per se, of the human body. The same goes for a witch. I mean, you you can feel more drawn to do certain things, and you may want to consider yourself a kitchen witch. I do just about all of my brewing and my candle making and most all of my witchy stuff in my kitchen. Now, does that make me a kitchen witch? I guess it depends on who you talk to. I don't necessarily call myself a kitchen witch, just a witch. I utilize everything. um, but anyway, you don't have to stereotype yourself if you don't want to. If you want to, go for it. Now, as far as your witch abilities, the ones that whenever you start practicing and you get further into your craft, you will know which ones you are better at, which ones are the easiest for you to use as tools. Maybe which ones work better as far as spells coming into the lot. Um, then you may want to say, okay, well, I'm better at clairaudience and clairvoyance. You know, I'm better at using the herbs than I don't know. You know where I'm going with it. I have people ask me all the time, what type of witch are you? It's like, what do you mean? What type of witch am I? I am a witch. Um, I don't necessarily call myself, as I've said before, if I had to um, stereotype myself, I would say I'm more than likely a storm witch or a weather witch, um, because I really feel a lot more power during storms. And it's certain storms like tornadoes, high winds, thunderstorms, um, not necessarily a snowstorm or a hurricane. Um, that just seems to be my strong point. But I don't necessarily call myself a storm witch. Although my name, this is what's weird. I was sitting here one day and I have had, other names in the past, um, per se, witch names. Now, I was sitting here one day, in years, I had had the same name for a year, and I'm not going to say what it was or is, because I may still want to use it sometimes. But um, I was sitting here one day, and this name popped in my head, Adara. And I was like, that's a pretty name. I wonder if somebody named Adara is trying to speak with me. Well, no. The rest of the evening, until I looked that name up online, it wouldn't leave me alone. It was like my goddess was telling me, look this up, look this up. So I finally did, and sure enough, it is Greek and it means storm. Yeah. Or tempest in Greek. And I just thought that was the neatest thing. That's the first time I felt like my goddess herself had named me, which to me was an absolute thrill. I felt very privileged for that just to come out of nowhere and me actually hear that. So that name right there pretty much will probably be with me for the rest of the time that I breathe here on this earth. But once you find that ability, if you want to, you don't have to, you can strengthen. Most of us are better at other things than some. Um, that's why a lot of us focus on them, and that's fine. Whatever you feel like you're best at. I mean, don't forget all the other stuff because it all comes in one big package. You have to use or utilize the basics to continue, period, down this path. I don't care. That is one thing I'm not backing down on, and I will not say, well, do what you want. No, you have got to know your basics to continue on to be a witch. Any other thing I'm pretty lax on, I'm an old stubborn witch and very set in my own ways. So even whenever I'm trying to help guide other young witches, I'm like, well, this is how I do it. And sometimes it's hard for me not to say, you need to do it this way. Or I'll catch myself just having to rephrase things because I don't want to come off like bossy or you're going to do it this way. Or if you don't do it this way, it won't work. Because I know better. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Lady Blanca. Just because I've had some witches tell me, well, I don't feel like I'm a good witch because I cannot read the tarot. So you can't read the tarot, but you may be able to stop this tornado from tearing down a house. Seriously. A little out there and little one extreme to the other, but the truth nonetheless. Um, the tarot is just not your thing. That's what I'm saying. If you can't do every little single thing that other witches can do in this craft, don't feel like you're not a real witch. Don't, you know, don't just stop walking the path because I can't stop that storm. That means I'm not a witch. Wrong. There's a story about how Gerald Gardner had helped stop an attack at a village close to where he lived. And some of the people who were helping him died in the process. Yeah. I don't guess I don't follow Gerald Gardner that much. I have read up on him and about him. I've watched a few shows about him, but I just would never follow him or keep up with him. You know, I mean, in the books anyway. Just for one, I'm not Wiccan. But yeah, and that's another thing. You know, all the witches will ask me and Nerwins, well, which should I be? If some of them actually believe that every witch is Wiccan? That's not true. Every Wiccan is a witch, but not every witch is a Wiccan. um, it's just a path. Yeah, we're all witches. We just follow different paths, have different specialties, or things that we enjoy doing more than others. Yeah, I've seen a few documentaries on Gerald Gardner. I think he's the one that said that if you're not naked in your rights, then your spells won't come to fruition, which I completely disagree with. That's my opinion. But that's what I'm saying. This path is so diverse. You know, that's exactly why I just let people believe what they want to believe. Now, if it like I said, if it's something that's completely off the wall and just plain dumb, then I'll say something, and I have no problem with that. But most in generally, you know, I just say, okay, well, wow, do you do it that way? Does it work? You know, I have had even some other witches give me ideas I had never thought of. So clearly he is incorrect because I mean, look back in the old days, you would think that a bunch of witches would have frozen to death because back then they didn't have furnaces. Yeah, that's true. Of course, they would have fires they danced around, but still, nonetheless. And nowadays, I mean, unless you're way out in the woods somewhere, um, where nobody can find you, you'd probably get in trouble for, you know, indecent exposure. Yeah. And if you're that far out where nobody can find you, then if something goes wrong, then you're in trouble. Then you're standing out there in the wilderness naked where there's bears and, you know, possibly big cats and everything else that would like to make a meal out of you. And you've already taken your clothes off and prepared yourself for that dinner. No. Well, and I just don't feel that now I'm not going to say that I have not done rites butt naked, but nobody else was with me. I was in my altar room with the door shut and just me and my goddess. But I don't do that very often. Maybe once a year for a certain thing that's private to me. But and you know, honestly, that's how come with Wicca, um, I understand completely the thought process behind the Wiccan religion. Um, but there's some things I don't agree with and will not comply with, and I'm not gonna um, ever say that I'm Wiccan because I'm not. I don't go by that. Now whoever does is fine. If it suits your path and your personality, then go for it. But number one, I do not believe in the harm none clause. I do not believe in that. No matter what you try to tell me, I do not believe in harm none. Now I'm not saying that I'm going to go out and just purposely um, curse everybody I run into or every single person that makes me mad. Hell, half the world would be cursed if that was the case. But I'm talking about, you know, if somebody rapes you or harms someone you love, you know, or even murders one of your loved ones or someone that's very close to you, hell to the yes. I'm going to do every single thing in my witchy blood, in my power to bring that person down. So no, that's too much like Christianity says to me, turn the other cheek. I'm not going to do it. You know, now I'm not going to say that I haven't let people get by with things one time. One time. That's it. You know, I'm not put here for people to walk all over or to abuse in any shape, form, or fashion, whether it be mentally, physically. I don't care. You know, it just ain't gonna happen. So if my ire gets up, so do my spells. I mean, it honestly, now when I was a younger witch, oh my. But as I've gotten older and more patient, um, honestly, most of the time, the people that are like this and they're wreaking so much havoc in your life or doing whatever that you think you need to put a curse on them, more than likely, they are definitely going to end up, per se, digging their own grave. They will end up destroying themselves to the point to where, you know, their existence is. So, you know, call it karma, call it whatever you want. Um, I just I don't concern myself anymore with people that are hateful all the time. That's the way they want to be, so be it. But I refuse to let them make my world, you know, live in hell because they're miserable. Oh, that tooth hurts. It hurts. It hurts. But and once again, I am not saying anything bad about Wicca. I'm saying that it is not for me. Yeah, lessons, not hacks. Heck, whatever you want to call them, Lady Mama. They're going to get a learning. I love it. I know, I'm so crazy. But I would never tell somebody not to be Wiccan. I would say, you know, especially a new witch, I'd say read up on it. You know, there's a lot of books out there. It's even considered a religion now, recognized as a religion. So, I mean, whatever. But it's just not for me. And I did try it, but, or should I say I delved in it. I went to a few meetings and you know, have talked to a few priestesses a long time ago. I was a teenager, but it wasn't my thing. So yeah, as far as being having to say what type of witch you are, people ask me, well, what kind of witch are you? It's like, what do you mean? I'm not black or I'm not white. I guess if I had to, I'd say gray. Um, I prefer to be kind and helping, but sometimes, it's just not possible. People just will not let you be kind. So you have to go the other route, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I mean, that's just the nature of mankind. It has nothing to do with being a witch. And in being a witch, we also have to learn to override that side that is the human side that has all these emotions, and a lot of times they have gotten way out of control. The proverbial saying, you made a mountain out of a molehill, is true. Um, a lot of times things can be settled a lot better than they are. But people have hot heads, hot tempers, and and witches are supposed to be smarter than that. We're pretty smart creatures, and we know quite a bit. So, our common sense ought to match that. And I know it comes with age too. I mean, it comes with age. So, yeah, this tooth is really hurting. I need to have them all pulled and get falsies now. I'm tired of these toothaches. And like I said, I was already really tired today and from all my work last night. So I did get a bunch of moon water though. I did. I'm going to go over here right quick and make me a cup of tea. Uh, Maybe some more will come on here. Oh, this hair up so I don't drop it all over the place in my stuff I'm gonna be using, my sugar and or honey. But yeah, that's a really controversial subject. I've had a few arguments with some of the Wiccans. I mean, not heated, I hate you type arguing, but um, just I don't know. I don't know. It's like do as you will. Why are you bothering me? I do as I will, and nothing you can say is going to change me after all these years. I assure you. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I'm about to go make some tea, lady. I'm right here in this kitchen still, but you won't be able to see me. I'll be back in just a sec. Yeah, I still have a whole cauldron full of candy over here too, dang it. I'll just finish making it right here so that I can. But yeah, you know, it's pretty sad anymore because the you just don't get very many kids, you know, during Halloween because so many people have harmed them. You know, it's really sad that it has to be that way. But I can't get my honey down here. Here's some weird noises. It's just me squeezing the honey. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. There are so many controversial things as far as witchcraft goes, and that I believe honestly that that's exactly why there's a lot of witches, more than not, that are solitary. They're solitary witches because of that reason. They get tired of people um, judging them, and this path is not. Witches are not supposed to be that way. So if you're judging another witch about what she does, you need to step back, reassess yourself, and ask yourself if you are a witch. Kid said that no one was out, and there's talk about our state going to another lockdown. Yeah, you know, and they said a couple of months back that the virus will probably die down. It'll sort of go dormant during the winter months, during the cold. Evidently, it does not like cold. So then everybody's going to think that, oh, yay, it's over. And it's just hiding pretty much. And this is what I was saying about using your universal precautions that you should be, I mean, you should be using every day just as healthy hygiene habits. You know, you shouldn't have to go to school to learn how to wash your hands. Or when you cough or sneeze, cover your freaking mouth. You know, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's common sense. We know enough nowadays to know. I mean, this ain't, you know, the Stone Age. We know their germs. We know how they're transferred. So, I mean, you know, take responsibility for your own body. You don't have to wait till the CDC comes out and says, okay, wash your hands with soap for X amount of time. You know, you should not have to be taught all that. I mean, maybe when you're a little tiny kid, but that's it. You didn't they say before that the virus didn't like heat, and now they're saying that there could be long-term effects from getting it. I haven't ever heard it saying that it didn't like heat. I've heard them say that it doesn't like cold. I don't think they honestly know. But I better not talk about that. They may take this video down. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it or not. I don't know why I can't, but what it boils down to is wash your hands, cover your mouth when you sneeze and you cough. You know, regard personal space, you know. Yeah, and you know, that's understandable because it's one of these that they really don't know a whole lot about. I mean, they're working their butts off trying, and they know a lot about it, yes, but not about the time they think they got it figured out. Evidently, it'll turn and do something different. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you what I won't get anymore, and I'm only drinking it because I don't want to be wasteful. Raspberry tea. I just don't care for it. And I have tried very few teas that I just do not like. This is one of them. Don't care for it. We can't ever get enough honey in here either. But, I mean, let it run down here. Somehow or another, I don't know, my honey looks like it's trying to crystallize on me. I don't know. You like cold? Ooh, not me. No, no, no. I can do without the cold, thank you. I know we have to have it. It's just part of the season, but I don't like it. Well, for one, I was already anemic, so I don't do well in cold. And now that I'm on all them damn blood thinners too, I'm even colder. So I don't. Yeah, it's my hot tea. Oh, from a cup that I might add, I probably showed y'all this before, that the Sisters Enchanted sent me. I think I've showed it on my other thing before, or another video. Oh, you like raspberry iced tea? I don't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just different. I don't know, but no, I'll drink it just because I have it, but I won't buy it again. And that and one other is the only ones I have ever ran into that I just don't care for. But I can't ever seem to get it sweet enough. Ugh. See what I mean? Yeah. But like lemon better. You like lemon? Yeah. Yeah, I like the chai tea better. Yeah, I just can't seem to get it sweet enough. I had to use regular sugar instead of my honey because it's not sweetening it good enough and it's bitter to me. Yeah. Yeah. I like the Arizona iced tea. If I'm going somewhere and I'm in the mood for some cold tea on the road or something, then I'll, because they usually have that, in the convenience stores. But that tastes better. Yeah. But yeah, I've never been a coffee drinker. I would say I have this friend, but I don't really know her except online. That and I told her that I would mention her on my YouTube channel probably. That her name's Kelly Coffee, and she makes coffee. I mean, I won't say designs it. What word am I trying to think? She makes different bags, different kinds of coffee. She's got the Rise of the Phoenix and several more, I think. And she's got a spice line out. I think there's 3 of them, 3, maybe 4. But I think you can buy them straight from her, and I think she's also got a site up on Amazon. Yeah, she's got a line of coffee out that she created herself. I remember the Rise of the Phoenix because I like the Phoenix, but I can't remember all the rest of them right now. And the herbs, you know, they're like different, have different spices all mixed together. They sound really good too. I haven't bought any because, well, number one, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I would like to get some of the herbs, like one of each of them. I think there's 3. My tooth, y'all, is killing me. But when she lives up in Colorado, she's originally from Texas, like I am, but she lives up there now. You can find her on Facebook, Kelly Coffee, as in coffee. I often wonder if that's her real last name or she just says because, has coffee in there because she sells her coffee. I've never asked her that. But there's her some free advertisement right there. I mean, she's really sweet. Now I might buy some for someone in my family that drank coffee. But I myself personally would be more interested in the herbs that she's got out. Yeah, this tooth is so sore. I mean, the whole top part of it just broke off. Damn. I've been needing to get my bottom teeth fixed though for a long time. I had somebody ask me if I just did too much dope, and really that kind of pisses me off. I've never done that crap before in my life. Number one, it was hereditary. My dad and my grandmother didn't have very good teeth, and of course, then I got sick and I had cancer, and well, everything else in the world wrong with me pretty much. So even if I'd have had good teeth, they probably wouldn't have lasted very long because of my sicknesses. But it is what it is, and it's pretty painful. Yeah, ouch. It started hurting me so bad this today. I was gonna stay up and get some stuff done, and I just couldn't. You get them toothaches to where you just want to take a hammer and just bash your face in because it hurts so bad. Yeah, mine's a nonstop, and my whole face right here is hot. It's like a nonstop throb and heat. But, you know, can't afford to get it pulled out, and I need to get my cat to the vet first. You lost all yours in an accident? Ow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know it gets miserable. They oh, friggin' hurts. Come down into your jaw and right here in my throat. And I can't take any more ibuprofen right now. I forget stuff so easy. I have to write down when I take stuff. I took some at 10 o'clock last night, so 12, 1, 2, 3. It's only been 5 hours. Mm. And you know how I did it? I got into my Halloween candy last night and bit into one of them malt balls. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know. Sometimes I think not having teeth at all is better than going through these damn toothaches all the time. Definitely not fun. Hurt. It's making my ear hurt. I don't know. I don't know. This feels really hot too. I'm sure it's getting infected. I usually rinse it out, my mouth out with salt water, but oh no. Well, you know what I'm gonna say? That had been in your mouth, you wouldn't have lost them. Crappy dentist missed the wisdom teeth. Teeth pulled so they weren't fitting correctly. Oh, he fitted you for dentures without pulling your wisdom teeth? What the hell? That's weird because they usually take x-rays for that reason. To make sure that they don't miss any teeth that haven't come in or can't come in or what for whatever reason they're still in the gum. Yeah, it is. Cinnamon is. You can use cinnamon oil on toothaches. Clove oil is better. And I have some in there, but I'll tell you something. It's the medical grade clove oil, and man, I put that on, and my eyes water and everything. It burns so bad at first. I mean, it burns really bad. Oh yeah. Well, I'm definitely gonna. I've been saying that for a long time now, but just do not have the money for it. I need to get my cat to the vet and find out how come her third eyelid's coming into her eye. It's starting to come over. I read up on it, and it could be that she got something in it. It could be that it got scratched, or it could be that she's got an underlying health issue that's causing it to do that, which just scared the hell out of me. And of course, I can't afford to take her to the vet either. Mm. But yeah, well, mm, I don't know. I'm gonna run and get a Q-tip and put some of my stuff on there. It's starting to really hurt. I need to make my own clove oil, but I have lost my uh, mortar and pestle that were made of granite. Real hard, it would crush anything that you had the strength enough to crush. I don't know where it is. Um, and I have actual uh, cloves, the cloves themselves. And I just can't crush them with my wooden one. Yeah, I know. Shit's expensive. And he'd want to run all them blood tests and all that, which I understand is necessary, but I don't know. But I mean, I've got to have her looked at. I just can't stand the thought of, me just sitting here and watching her, get worse and worse. When there's something maybe I can do about it. Even if I have to go, like beg the vet, please just let me pay it out. Don't let my baby die, That would just completely break my heart. I mean, it's not like we can just use home remedies to doctor them either, like we can ourselves, because you don't actually know what you're treating, you know. So I don't know. It sure scares me though. And what's weird is one minute I'll look at her and it'll be almost all the way over um to her iris. And then I'll look at her again and you can't see it at all. Oh, yeah, so you pretty much had to, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's sad. Well, if he wasn't fixed, then he probably didn't have shots, I wouldn't think. I don't know. Um, I do know if you take a cat to a vet for any reason, you have to either have proof of their shots or they get a whole new round of them because, if they let cats or dogs or whatever come in that have diseases, there's other animals there, whether they're there, most of them are there, for overnight surgeries or whatever. So they can't have anything contagious around them. So if they don't have their shots, they'll give them to them at your expense, of course, or they just won't see them. So if a cat hadn't been fixed, if it has been fixed, then you can bet it's had its shots. I mean, they did just go hand in hand. But if not, I don't know. Oh, it's just really starting to hurt you guys. But yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not gonna be able to wait to take ibuprofen. It's already making my eye water. My shots. The cat had no one. Told me that he is a rare breed, so that's probably why he was. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking that when I said that too, unless, they were aiming to breed him. Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my other medicine. Be right back. Yeah. Stuff. Oh, it's really sore and really hurting. Oh, and it makes this whole side of my face hurt. Hmm. Lord, don't tell me about it. I'm a cat person. I'll have it if I can get it. So, yeah, that's the issue with having animals, though. Damn. What breed is it? And I've seen a lot of cats that, are really pretty that are purebred. Plain point Siamese. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, my God, this hurts. Yeah. I don't know. I know I love my little baby and I don't want anything wrong with her. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason they do that after you get them fixed. They do that. They get bigger. Now it'll take her about 30 minutes to get that to where it's working. Last one of them. But yeah, these damn toothaches are annoying. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Light me an incense up. Oh, they smell so good. But yeah, if anybody ever has any questions, they can just ask me, and then put it in the comments below. It'll notify me if anybody puts a comment in. Just ask, if you have one about that specific video, just put in the comments, well, what about this? What about that? Or whatever, so. Yeah. I handed out candy to my few trick-or-treaters, and then I did my spell while and of course, I had my moon water setting out, or my moon water to be. And I think I shared one of my spells. I think I did. I meant to. Oh yeah, you took it to the crossroads? Awesome. I'll tell you, that's why I was saying I really wish that I had witches that I knew around here so that we could do things together on, especially on the Sabbats. But I had one here. It became a good friend of mine, and she moved off, and then I met another one. But we just don't ever hardly talk. So just me. But I have a lot of people ask me questions. I need to get a question and answer type thing up one day. Write them all down so I don't forget them, and answer them as I go. You would not believe how sore that is. But I mean, I cooked, but it was just, no, I didn't cook last night. I think we just had leftovers. Yeah. But I don't know. This is really sore. We should ease up. Oh yeah, you make Yule balls. I like doing the Yule log. I like the trees too, though, not necessarily for what they stand for in certain cultures. I think they're pretty. I have been known to put up a tree at Halloween and just have the lots, and the decorations black and gold. Never know what I'm going to do. I think the last Christmas tree that I actually had the white, like frosty looking, um, oh, the stuff you put around it, the garland and the purple balls. Dang, girl, you went all out. I plan on having that for her birthday, and my dad was a big fan of spicy food and potato soup, so I thought, yeah, I like potato soup. I make it a lot, especially during the winter time. The Yule Ball is in Cinderella. Oh, okay. Yeah, because a lot of people actually make their own uh, ornate balls like that. They'll go buy them, without anything in them, and then they'll put down mulch in there and um, little birds and stuff like that. Oh, that kind of ball. Oh, okay. Wrong ball. Oh, wish this thing would ease up. It's really, really hurting. Geez, I'm one of those people that when I'm in a lot of pain, the first thing I do is get sick to my stomach. Yeah, I got you now. I know what you meant by it now. But I was actually talking about the balls that go on the Christmas tree. That it takes some of the pressure off of it whenever I push right here for whatever reason. Because it's a pressure point. Yeah, I think I waited too long to take that stuff because I like to try to stay ahead of it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. We were just talking about was the witch balls. Mm. Yeah, I don't think they'd go over in my house very well with Lexi. I don't know that Jesse would bother them, but Lexi probably would. I'd be willing to bet on it. Uh, oh, I'm miserable, guys. Probably gonna have to go lay down. Pretty miserable. I mean, you really do. You just want to get, a hammer and just bash it out. Probably be a very good idea, though. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get off here too. It's good talking to you as usual. You'll see what I can do to get this tooth to quit hurting. Put some ice on it or something. I don't know. All right. I'll talk to you later, sweetheart. And bye bye to everybody else. See y'all later.